we haven't even started. He's making fun of me.
Yep. This is Craig getting ready for his shot. I had to keep my headphones on for that one.
You know what? We're going to start out with an argument.
Argument?
Yeah. This is Alex.
Going to cost you some Swedish fish, though.
Hold my Swedish fish while I talk to my partner over here. Dude, all right, just hear me out. Chris and I, last week, were talking about getting together to record some episodes. And he said, oh, man, I might be going to Weird Al. But I don't know if it's going to line up. And I was like, all right, cool. I said, I know somebody who works for Weird Al. You want me to set something up? And he said, yeah, you know what? If you can make it happen, but dude, can you do me a favor? Can you make it for 3? Because I got to bring my buddy. And I was like, all right, I'll look for 3. And then I kept updating him every couple of days. Like, all right, here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. And then right before I got back to Vegas, I said, hey, so it looks like this is going to have to be maybe not Sunday, but Wednesday. And he's like, all right, cool. And then we got together on Sunday to record. And I said, yeah, so yeah, we're not going to do Weird Al tonight. We'll do it on Wednesday, but it looks like Wednesday should work out. And then Chris said, actually, I'm already going to Weird Al tonight with my buddy. And he didn't include me. He got all set up for the show, got tickets, got all set up, and didn't even tell me about it. And this is what you saw?
The beautiful.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yep. I didn't show you that one.
Oh, what an asshole.
Now, see, this how I remember it was, I had already asked Jackie, our manager, for a +1 for Weird Al. Because Fitzy, my friend, he's Sean Fitzsimmons, former UFC fighter, local comedian here in town. And he had told me about the show. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll look into it. Because he's like, childhood dream of his was going to see Weird Al Yankovic.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you mentioned it after the fact that I'd already asked Jackie. And I was like, well, let me see what's going on here.
Well, you said it's not happening. I just found out I'm not getting in.
Yes. Live Nation said that it was oversold. This is an incredibly popular show. If you get a chance to go see it with one of your friends,
what an asshole.
Make sure it's not me. I'm not coming through for you.
What?
Yeah, Live Nation said that this was incredibly sold. There were no tickets. Even asked me if I could go to like another market to see it.
Wow. Yeah, because he's doing a run of dates here. He's doing in the middle of a tour. Mm-hmm. He's doing a residency here. You're smiling because you're like,
just because look at that face. I had such a good time. My buddy Wombat, who used to be our videographer back in the day, I believe he works for something swims. Teddy Swims.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
I sent him this picture, and he's like, "Did he smash the watermelons?"
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he genuinely thought it was Gallagher.
Really?
He wasn't trying to be funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. He does have a little bit of a Gallagher look to him.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Weird Al, man.
Dude, yeah, it was not fun at all.
You got video of the show? No way.
You remember this part, right?
Oh, what an asshole.
And then the other two that I have on there. Look.
No way.
Oh, yeah. What's the dance moves? He's selling everything. And then one more that's in there.
No way.
Such
on the fat suit.
Such incredible production out of this thing.
Tell me how great it was, Chris. I want to hear all about it.
Awful.
It
was a lot of fun. The production is incredible. They had like a video montage, so they would play a bunch of videos in between costume changes like this.
Okay.
And my God, like you know he's a great accordion player. You don't realize how damn good this guy is.
Yeah.
Until you see him on stage, and he's just
really.
He did this thing. The movie. Have you seen the movie Whiplash?
Yeah. Was that the movie about the drummer?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had that one, the bald dude from Law and Order that he was on, I think. The main guy that won the...
Yeah, the main guy. I know his name. I've done charity events with him in Detroit. I can't think of his name.
He put himself into this movie where, what's his name? It's like, okay, on 5, 6, 7, 8.
So you're going to spoil the show for me too?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So
yeah. And then the pyro comes out and he comes out and shakes every single person's hand. It was, I don't think he's doing it on Wednesday, but Sunday. Yeah, he was aware that I was in the crowd. And
I don't even want to go.
You have to. It's so much fun.
Well, I want to go see Joan Jett. Joan Jett's performing the same night. So I think you and I are going to go see Joan Jett.
I got you one of a plus for me. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. I got
one of a plus?
Yeah, because there's 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm the one of the plus?
Yep, you're the one of the plus.
All right, cool.
Yep, I made sure because I felt so bad.
This fucking guy.
I wasn't even sure if I was going to go, honestly. But Sean was so damn excited about going. I was running on fumes that day.
Yeah.
Anybody can go back and watch that last episode. I was on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, you were.
Yeah. It was a great episode too.
So Live Nation doesn't come through. There's like, it's not going to happen. But then you find out a friend of yours works for...
Yes. Live Nation, the great and powerful Live Nation.
Who were producing the show.
Yeah, it's their event. And
they said they couldn't do it.
You know who came through for me, Craig? The merch girl.
Really?
Yep. Girl named Robin Mason, who is also the bass player for a band called Gruesome, out of Florida, I believe. Florida, Tampa Bay death metal stuff. They got a brand new record out.
She's a bass player for them?
Yeah, she shreds. Like I joked about whoa. Because she is out on tour running merch for Weird Al. I believe she was out with Metallica for a while. So that's like her main gig is going out and being the merch, the head merch director basically for these huge acts like this.
Really?
And they have a tour coming up and they've got another guy filling in on bass. And I was like, I'm off right now. You didn't give me a call? I couldn't play Robin's bass parts. No way.
But she got you to meet Weird Al.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm just, the moment that...
and you know what? I can get that taken care of for you. So I will make it up to you. If you go... No, you're going to Joan Jett. Never mind.
What an ass. So if the moment that you find out from her, like...
Actually, are you here this weekend?
No, I have to go back to New York. Wait, where am I going? I'm going to New York. I'm performing in New York, and then I got to go to Boise.
What day do you leave?
Thursday.
Thursday. Me and Weird Al, I have a dinner on Thursday night. So sorry, buddy. We're going to China Poblano.
That's one of my favorite restaurants. And if you go, you'll know why. China Poblano. I guess they call it China Poblano, but it's phonetically it looks like
for China. The whites.
Yeah,
China.
China
Poblano.
It's half Mexican, half Chinese. There's 2.
My favorite mix.
Yep. That is accurate. Holy shit, is that accurate?
Do they make a crayon for that?
Get all those white women out of here, man. Chris doesn't want anything to do with you.
Ochenta seis, as me amigas say.
But China Poblano is one of the best restaurants. 2 kitchens in there. It's a Jose Andres restaurant. Oh my God. Their pork buns is what I was told to go there for.
Also my favorite. Pork buns.
Pork buns. They have a carnitas taco that is consistently the best taco I've ever had. They have is it 20 vegetable fried rice?
Oh, it's some high number. It's incredible. Like I took not that recipe, but that idea.
No way.
If I have a bunch of stuff in the fridge, I just need to get into something, chop it all up, throw it into a fried rice. It's wonderful.
And then they have a dessert that is absolutely insane called the Terracotta Chocolate Warrior. It's amazing. Yeah.
A lot of fun. The presentation is fun.
The presentation is really cool. So you get the call. Yes, I can get you in.
Yes.
And then at that moment, you're like, yeah, it's just me and my buddy.
I don't remember where. I don't think I was planning on actually going. I was trying. This is fun. Now, I'm not going to give away a secret that I used to get tickets early. Because I want to be able to use that again if I'm running late, like I always am. But I don't think I had intended on actually going. I was waiting to see because I know you were working on it as well, and I think I was waiting to find out if you were going to go and then try to move it all because Sunday was so damn crazy for me.
Yeah. Because you just phoned in.
Unlike the Catherine Blanford story, I ain't bullshitting on this one.
Oh, what an asshole. What an asshole. So was he nice when you met him?
Yeah, he was, my God, speaking of which, woo, as an entertainer who does meet and greets and whatnot, the line of people for his meet and greet, my God.
Really?
So many people. I know that when we were doing meet and greets, we would do, the cattle call meet and greet where you just got a whole line of people. It's run by a third party. So they're like, go, just trying to churn things through.
Yep.
And all of us were like, this sucks. If you spend 20 seconds with each person in there, and you got 150 people. I'll play bass. I'm not doing the math right now, but you at home can look at this number right here that Matt or Alex just figured out for me. But if you spend that amount of time, 20 seconds on each person that's in there, you're going to be there for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
And if you're spending 20 seconds, that sucks for both the band and for the guest as well.
Yes.
They're paying $500 or whatever it is, and just churning through. I mean, granted, you get the picture and whatnot, and with us back then, you were getting right into the front of the stage, so that's kind of cool. But the actual interaction just felt super rushed, super just. We did not like it. So, Death Punch, we don't do the big meet and greets like that anymore. You can get different meet and greets for like me, Charlie, Andy. We do like individual stuff, and I really like being able to take control of that experience and really deliver something fun.
So how many people were in line, would you guess?
Oh my God,
Weird Al?
It had to be 500.
Get out of here.
Easily. Each one of them
my God.
Easily 500 people going through this meet and greet. He had different tiers. So some people got like this photo. This is the lowest of the tier because, I was comped basically. The lowest of the tier is this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the bass player tier.
Wow.
And former UFC fighter.
And
not current UFC fighter.
Oh, so he got his own picture too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So you have no words with him then?
Very little. Being Chris Kael and wanting people to know who I am and what I do.
Hey, what's up? I'm
like, hey,
I'm a cool guy.
I actually play bass for Five Finger Death Punch. He goes, that sounds fun.
Shut the fuck up. That
I was like,
sounds fun.
I was like, I'll shut up now. I'll shut up now. But because I like you people, this is what this podcast is: opening up and being vulnerable and showing you the fun behind the scenes,
dude,
of me trying to connect with one of my childhood. I was going to say idols. I don't know if it would be idol, but yeah, I'm someone who I really,
dude, he's Weird Al Yankovic.
Thoroughly, I didn't realize how many like different cartoons he's done.
Yep.
All
movies.
The different, my God. Yeah. All over the place. So he has had an incredible career.
Your smackdown that you got from Weird Al
makes you feel better about not going?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe that was the karma. Also reminds me of one day I went to go see, this is like about 20 years ago, I went to go see Al Pacino on a Broadway play. It was a reading. I still remember it was the reading of Salome. It was a Shakespeare play.
Okay.
And so meaning that the actors had the scripts in their hand.
Okay.
So
that's the only way I could do that.
and I remember the Salome was the name because occasionally Al Pacino's character would call for Salome, and every time he did it in the rich Al Pacino voice where he'd go, "Oh, Salome." And the whole theater would just kind of giggle like, God, that voice is so rich. So I walk in, I go watch a show. During the intermission, this guy walks up to me and goes, "Are you Craig?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "You're Craig Gass, the comedian?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh my God, I'm a huge fan. I'm the manager of this theater." And I said, "Oh, get the fuck out of here." And he goes, "Yeah, I thought that was, hold on, let me get one of my ushers." He goes, "This is Craig." And he does all these voices on the Howard Stern show. And he goes, "Oh my God, the Al Pacino." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes,
nice.
He goes, "Has Al heard it?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "I'm going to get you to meet Al after the show." And I go, "Oh, all right." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Just do me a favor." He's saying this in front of my girlfriend that I was dating at the time. And we had two friends with us. He goes, just after the show, he goes, "Where are you sitting?" And I said, "I'm in the orchestra level, row D, whatever." And he goes, "Just stay in your seats. And when the theater empties out, I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to introduce you to Al so you can do it for him." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And I just turned around and I went to everybody and I go, "Did you hear that? Al Pacino wants to meet me. So we'll stick around. And we'll just
quickly it escalates."
Yeah. Al Pacino. Oh yeah. My ego took some big leaps right in that moment.
I get it, man.
And I go, I go, "So Al Pacino wants to meet." Did you guys hear that? Honey? Did you? Yeah. Al Pacino, he needs to talk to me. So
I'll do my best to make sure you guys can get back too.
Yeah.
But this,
I'll see what I can do.
To see me, but, I don't want to crowd my buddy Al Pacino.
Yeah. So we'll stick around. I'm sure that whatever kind of attitude I'm developing right now is going to come back in karma in 20 years when my buddy Chris Kael, who I don't even know yet, is going to screw me out of Weird Al tickets. But yeah, so you guys will stick around after the show. We'll hang out with Al Pacino. So we watch the rest of the show. And in my mind, I'm like, "Oh man, what should I say to him? I'm not even paying attention to the play. What am I going to say? Al Pacino. Man, well, we have so much in common."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually think that.
Vocal tonality.
We have so much in common. Yeah. He's Al Pacino. Yeah. I do Al Pacino. Look at all those things we have in common.
Look at that.
I'm taking huge leaps because this guy was so excited. He's like, oh my God. Oh, I need to introduce you. I'm like, absolutely. I was like, did you hear that? Yeah. I'm so excited. My head's getting filled with ideas about like, maybe we should work on something together. I'll ask Al. And then the show ends. And I remind everybody, hey, remember, Al wants to talk to us. We'll just stay right here.
Yeah.
Just sit here and just wait for Al. And the theater starts to empty out. And I see the manager of the theater and I go, hey, and he goes, all right, stay right there. He walks towards the stage door and there are two giant Italian dudes standing at that stage door. And he's talking to him and one of them goes, and he goes, and he points to me and he goes, and he starts doing this. And the guy goes, and then he looks at me and goes, and he just walks away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, shit, what? I guess we'll just walk over there. I come over, and as I start
those huge Italian dudes, you're like, I saw that reaction.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go smooth this over.
Let me.
Yeah, maybe if I use the voice, they'll think it's actually Al because you all have so much in common.
I know these guys work for Al Pacino. Wait till they hear me do Al Pacino. Yeah. Like, dude, I'm so delusional at this point. I start walking towards the theater door, and as I start to walk towards the theater door.
Both of them are like,
no, one of them squares up and just moves his body to completely block the entrance. And I go, hey, how you doing? He goes, can I help you? And I go,
hold on. Is that the voice? You do voices. There's got to be a better voice for this one. There has to be. I'm helping you with the story on this one. Yeah.
Hey, can I help you? Huh? Well, I was going to lean into that voice on the next thing that he said.
Oh, okay.
Because I said, I'm Craig. I'm Craig Gass. I'm the guy who does the voice of Al Pacino's baby on the Howard Stern show. The next word is out of his mouth. I'm very proud of you. I go,
oh, New York.
And my girlfriend that I'm dating, she's standing right behind me. Her friends are there too. And I go, yeah, so I just wanted to let Al know that I'm here. And he goes, yeah, Al's not seeing anybody. And I go, And still trying to control the situation, I went, I'm just going to go then. I think you want to just go? Fuck it. You know what?
Anxiously looking around for any black girl back there that's going to help you get back there because Al Pacino loves the black girls. Yeah.
I go,
hey, darling.
No, Robert De Niro. You're thinking of the wrong guy.
Oh.
It's Robert De Niro.
I'm racist against whites too now.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Chris does not like to date within his own race. So
that's true. Yes.
But
not that makes the statement any better.
Yeah. So I just walk out of there and I'm like, God damn. But that when I said, I'm Craig, I'm the guy who does the voice of Al Pacino's baby. I'm very proud of you. And I was like, this doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So listen, I'd like to talk to, oh my God. Yeah. So anyways, back to Weird Al. You get a few seconds with him. Dude, you are pointing out something about those meet and greets that is 100% true. I remember once going to a Kiss meet and greet, and I have a history with Kiss. If you know anything about me, I do an impression of Gene Simmons that years ago led to Gene Simmons flying to New York. He confronted me live on the air. Then Paul Stanley reaches out to me, says, hey, I want you to perform with Kiss. I want you to do a show with us. And I just, how many jokes do you have? Well, the way he said, how many jokes do you have about Gene? And I said, literally hours. And he goes, you got the gig. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. So I got to do the gig. I started doing shows with Kiss over the years. So I have this relationship with the band, especially with their management and the road crew. Like I know everybody that works with them. So I went to a Kiss concert once and they said, oh, do you want to get a photo with the whole band? And I was like, oh man, yeah. And I tell my friends, we're going to get a photo with the band. And the last time I saw Gene, we were doing a back and forth doing like street jokes where he would say, what does Kermit the Frog's finger smell like? And I go, I don't know what. Miss Piggy. And I'm like, all right. Like these old jokes, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I would tell him a joke, then he would tell me a joke. So that's the last time I saw him. Maybe within the last 6 months, 12 months, whatever. So I go in the meet and greet. Here's the 4 members of Kiss. And I go, hey guys. And I go, Gene, what did the blah, blah, blah say to the blah, blah, blah? And he just stared at me and I said the punchline and he goes, and they go, Craig, look at the camera. And I go, what? Oh, and they go, click. And like, all right, thanks guys. And I was like, oh, good to see you again. And they just kept staring at me.
And then do you have that picture in your phone that we could add that into post later?
Yeah, I will. Because
I want to see your face on that one.
And then Eric Singer, as I'm walking away, he goes, I thought it was funny. And I go, what the fuck? And just fucking walk out like, yeah. So, but I took offense to it. And then I talked to people that worked for Kiss, and they're like, because the next time I see Gene and Paul, they're both super conversational. And I'm like, and someone told me, they said,
exactly where this is.
And Kiss, what you just described with Weird Al, Kiss is the same way. Mm-hmm. If there's somebody else who has an extra $1,000, they're like, oh yeah, come on in, we'll take a picture with you too.
Yeah.
And they will have hundreds of people that they will take pictures with. If they give 10 to 15 seconds for each one of these hundreds of people, you've just extended that meet and greet by several hours.
Absolutely.
And I get it.
That minimal amount of time with a dollar amount that you're paying.
Yes.
Is for us, we were like, no, we don't feel good about this. Like for the fan, you know?
Right.
We're just like, yeah. I mean, it's welcome to the music business, you know?
Yeah.
And that's one of those things too, where when you have that third party running things, you have zero control over the flow. I mean, they're like on you, and it was just like, oh, like, shut up. But I mean, you would have people that would come in that had been dealing with some heavy stress stuff, trying to tell you the story.
Yes.
And you got these third party people like, hey. Ivan was real cool about, hey, fuck you, shut the fuck up. We're talking to this person right now.
Wow.
Yeah. So you really got to take the reins. Because I mean, you know, they also don't want to bother the artist, the third party.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, hey, we don't want them to have to be here forever, but we're trying to get this thing through there. So, but then when you have that one moment when you're like, hold on, there's a chance to connect here. This is bigger than
right
a $500 meet and greet.
I will say there's been music in my life that has had such an impact on me. There has been some art, movies, whatever, that's had such a profound impact on me that I know if I ever got a chance to talk to those people, I would feel so compelled to go, oh my God, holy shit, I need to tell you something.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I know that. So I'm mindful of that. Even on my level, as a stand-up comedian who performs in clubs, there are people that will come up to me after shows and go, hey man, I got a story I need to tell you. And I'll be like, oh, and I'll usually just go, I want to hear it. Hang on one second. Let me just, because I don't want to like, there'll be people right behind him going like, come on. You know,
oh yeah.
Like,
and then you're getting mad at those people because you're like, hold on, they don't know that this
they don't know this guy is
They just think he's hogging time. It's like, no, y'all calm down back there too.
By the way, dude, I think you're going to love this. I don't think I've ever told you this before. Alice Cooper, who's been was really nice to us a couple weeks ago at that Boardwalk Rock Fest that we went to. Alice Cooper, years ago, after he interviewed me on his syndicated radio show, within a year, he was coming to a arena that was near me on the road. So I called his assistant, said, hey, Craig Gass, comedian, is it okay if I come down? Is it okay to say hi? He said, yeah, absolutely. Just talk to Alice. He wants to say hi to you. Nice. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get you in the show. I'm gonna get you after show passes. And I was like, man, because that's something that Dave Buckner would have flipped out about.
Yeah. He's like, I think I'm in the meet and greet.
Yeah, I think I'm in the meet and greet. So after the show, the tour manager comes out and they have all these fans waiting in the arena. The arena is emptied out, and now there's a handful of fans all told to sit in this one section. And this guy goes, hey, everybody, I'm Alice Cooper's tour manager. I just want to give you a couple notes. We're going to line you up single file. And when you come into the room, we're going to have a picture taken. We will not take pictures with your phone. We have a professional photographer, and we're going to put the pictures online. So I'm going to have you follow me. You can each have one item autographed, okay? Just one item. And everybody follow me. Just get in line right here. And then they're like, all right, cool. And so they start to line up, and he starts walking the audience. And then he stops and goes, hold on. Hey, one more thing. Guys. No long stories. All right, here we go. And I was like, I wish I had somebody traveling with me to say that, because there are times when you're in a hurry and you're like, holy shit. And I know this person sees that there's a bunch of people around them that also are trying to get to me. And I know they know there's another show starting here in 15 minutes, and it's like, so my time is tight, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I'll even say, hey, I got to start another show. And they're like, well, let me just finish. And then, no long stories. Ooh, did that resonate with me?
Absolutely.
And I look at a guy like Weird Al, and you're saying that like easily hundreds of people in line.
Easily 500.
And then you said there were some who paid more, so they got a little more time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, God, I hate saying this. I'm about to make a statement, and I need you to not judge me, okay? All right? I'm going to make...
I promise I won't.
All right. Because this reminds me of a meet and greet situation. And again, I need you to not judge me on this, okay?
Is this...
All right, I'm going to just... What are you guessing?
Is this going to be like you calling me at 10:26? Hey, man, you want to come down for breakfast? What time's it close? 10:30. Is it going to be that kind of story?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I went backstage to a New Kids on the Block show.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm hoping to go to the one here in T-Mobile.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine, several friends who've worked for rock and metal bands have moved on to do New Kids on the Block because it's a big production. So a buddy of mine got me, we were both in Chicago at the same time, and he said, dude, I'm in town with New Kids on the Block. I saw that you're here, man. Can you come to the show? And I was like, I would love to go to a New Kids on the Block show. And he goes, oh, dude, it's a lot of fun, man. The crew is really cool.
Yeah.
It's actually a fun live show. And he goes, dude, a lot of women. No shit. I walked in that building. Chris Rock does a joke about, he goes, you know how when you go to a Van Halen concert, there's always one black guy in the crowd? He goes, I'm that black guy, you know? Yeah. And dude, at a New Kids on the Block show, I saw one other dude. It was 10 to 15,000 women. And the other dude, we caught eyes and I was like, hey, is this awesome?
And that guy was like,
so so my buddy gets me into the show. My buddy Trevor is working for them. And then after the show, he goes, yeah, man. He goes, let's hang out. I want to introduce you to the crew. And we start walking by all these party rooms getting set up. And I go, what is this, man? Is it like, and he goes, man, he goes, I know you're pretty close with Kiss and how they do the meet and greets and shit. And he goes, this band, New Kids on the Block, he goes, they took what Kiss did and they pounded that shit in the ground. You can have a meet and greet with New Kids on the Block, and let's say it's $1,000. You can have a photo with New Kids on the Block, but it's in groups. It's like, okay, next group, groups of 10.
Oh, we did those too.
So you do groups of 10, have a photo. Now, if you pay an extra, I don't know, $300, $500, you can have your own photo, just you and New Kids on the Block. Then, on top of that, if you want to buy a party package and have a Donnie Wahlberg party, Donnie Wahlberg is having a party for an extra...
All the burgers you can eat, man.
X amount of dollars. And then there's Jordan, and I'm going to name all the new kids. Jordan and Jonathan are having a dance party. You can spend an extra whatever and have...
Now I'm judging you.
Yeah. And so they just... You have to go in at the base package. You have to do the photo, and then you can add on if you'd like to also have a private party where you could have a dance party with this guy, or have a tequila drinking contest with this guy. I mean, it was crazy. It was all these different add-ons.
I love that.
And dude, I mean, talk about cashing in. You're not only cashing in on the fans, you're also cashing in on the fans who are fans specifically of one dude in the group that they want to get close to.
Yeah,
and that guy gets to pocket some extra money, man. I mean, dude, that is crazy. But the flip side of that...
Which one did you pay the extra money for?
I want to name, what was it? Joey? I'll say Joey.
Oh, yeah. He was a cute little guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, dude. I can see you guys together.
You know what? As grown men, they actually seem cool as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I see them in interviews, and they're... You can almost see like a little bit of a wink of like, hey, man, we were young. We were doing what we thought was cool at the time, you know, whatever. And it's still popular. So, hey, whatever, man. Yeah. You know, they seem pretty...
Back in the day, when I was playing in bands in Lexington, Kentucky, Kevin
Were you in a boy band?
No, but Backstreet Boys, a few of them lived there, like grew up there. Brian Luttrell.
Okay.
I know that he went to a church that I would go to a couple times.
Whoa, and the dude Kevin?
Kevin as well, yeah.
Oh, dude.
The dark, dreamy dude.
Dark, dreamy dude?
But we were playing at this place called A1A, and somebody came running back. Dude, Kevin Richardson from the Backstreet Boys is here to see you guys. I was like, of course he is. I was like, what? Like you. What?
I'm trying to think of the name of the guy. I remember being, when I used to write for a Weekend Update, I used to be a contributing writer to Weekend Update at SNL with Colin Quinn, and Backstreet Boys were the music guests 1 week, and I knew their tour manager, and there was a guy named Andy. Oh, shit. I think he still manages Rob Zombie, but it was from the firm. Andy Gould. Yep. Andy Gould. And it was that guy, Kevin from Backstreet Boys, and another member of the Backstreet Boys. I can't remember who the other one was. I just remember the weird look on Kevin's face whenever we started telling jokes. And then I would tell a joke, then somebody else would tell a joke. And for some reason, Andy Gould would tell a dead hooker story that didn't seem to be a joke. It was just like a dead hooker story. And then I would tell a joke, and somebody else would tell a joke, and then Andy would tell another dead hooker story. And then I remember looking at Kevin's face like, you know, and then like within a week or two, I saw an interview with him where he's like, yes, I'm a big follower of Christ. I love Jesus. And I was like, oh man, that guy was bummed out about those dead hooker stories.
I turned to Christ after
Yeah.
having murdered so many dead hookers. I was just like, when is my opportunity to come in here with a joke? I've been years of material built up here.
Well, let me ask you a question. When with those meet and greets, where it's like, it's all being like, you know, they're being marched in. Cattle call. Those conversations, do they wear on you after a while when you talk to too many people after a show? Because I get worn out sometimes.
I'm, you know me, I'm Mr. Social Butterfly for the most part.
Me too, but I still, I get to a point where I'm kind of like, I'm just kind of spinning a little bit.
Honestly, I think most of mine was getting frustrated with other people getting frustrated.
Oh, really?
I'm just like, can we get out of here so I don't have to listen to this? Because that's back when there was still drugs and alcohol in the band too.
Right,
right. Some people, including myself, were worn thin on a couple of days.
Whoa, that's interesting. Yeah. I haven't even considered the idea of doing the meet and greet with other people.
Yeah, and then when other people don't show up to the meet and greet, like members that should be there, and they don't show up, you're just like, dude. And then you got to ask every single person, hey, where's so and so? Where's so and so?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Hey, thanks. Good to see you, I guess.
Dude, sometimes
by all means, let me know that you don't give a damn about CMB.
After a show, sometimes if it's the last show of the night at a comedy club, sometimes I'll stay for a couple of hours talking to people, and then I feel kind of tapped out at the end of that. I remember one time,
especially dealing with drunk people now.
Oh yeah.
That late at night, we would never do. Even now with the bass packages, I don't meet people
after the show.
Right. It's only before.
I started to notice that trend starting in the 90s that bands wouldn't meet people after the shows anymore. They started doing it before the shows, and it made total
riding up on me.
It made total sense.
And I used to wear shorts. So it's 110 out here.
Chris is showing up with his camel toe. Dude, I remember one time after a comedy show, I was hanging out for hours after the show, and I started to mentally wear thin because I was having the same conversation for a couple hours.
Right.
And at some point, a girl who had just left, she took a picture with me and then she left and she came back in. And I was like the whole crowd had thinned out. It was just me and a couple of employees at the comedy club. And she came back in and she was like, hey. And I go, oh, hey, what's going on? And she goes, I'm sorry. Can I give you a hug? And I go, yeah, absolutely. So, and I'm out of it mentally when this happens.
Checked out. Yeah.
She leans in to my side. And I go, all right, all right. And I go like that. And then I take this hand and I'm like, I got to do something with this hand.
Yeah.
And I just start smacking her belly. And she goes, what? And I go, and then it takes me a second. I go, what the fuck am I doing?
Like, I don't know this person.
I look at the other people, the employees, and they're like, what the fuck? And then at that moment, it's like, in my head, I made a quick, like, all right, if I stop, it's acknowledging I'm doing something bad. So I just went, come on. I just started smacking her belly harder. And she was looking down going, what did she had like a belly and I'm flopping her belly around and I go, come on, give me this fucking belly. Yeah. I was insane. Yeah. I was completely insane.
Much like her, neither one of you had self-awareness at that point. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude, you get exhausted at that. By the way, I want to point out something. Were you ever a Beach Boys fan?
Not like a huge. It's one of those things that they were kind of around everywhere, and I watched the documentaries and stuff, and whatnot. But just those harmonies alone,
dude, that's right. I saw a band. Darcy, my girlfriend, took me to go see Paul Bear.
Well, so round of applause for that too. By the way,
hey, I have a girlfriend.
That is some progress. I like that. Thank you. Good job, Darcy. Look how happy he is. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not being an asshole either. Like I'm genuinely happy for you guys.
Yeah, she's
anybody has watched any of these episodes knows the ups and downs that we've had over the last 6 months, and just
unexpected.
Like, seeing your face right now versus we'll have Alex put in a face right after he gets back from Hawaii. That laughing face right there versus what it was before.
It'll just be an AI thing of my face in the corner going. Yeah, dude, it's therapy. I'm doing therapy. I'm doing couples therapy. I'm doing therapy on my own.
Yep.
And having a lot of epiphanies like, oh, wow, man. I don't realize I'm doing something that's hurting somebody that I care about. Mm-hmm. So let me, okay.
My favorite part was she was telling you stuff and you're like, man, she still likes me despite all this stuff. You weren't like soaking it in. You thought like, oh, these are my quirks, and this girl she still loves me because of these things. Yeah. And meanwhile, she's like,
yeah,
I'm trying to,
she's trying to get through to me, and she, and then, but yeah, man, have I had some epiphanies ever since she pointed out, and this is so bizarre still to say, but ever since she pointed out to me, Craig, you're the one who broke up with me, and I was like, no, and she goes, she goes, you broke up with me, and you've been telling everybody on your podcast that I broke up with you, and I'm like, oh my god, so I had to go back and
roll the mental tape.
Yeah, once she pointed that out to me, and dude, it was embarrassing how long it took her to explain it to me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and then all of a sudden my whole world I just felt like things collapsing, and I saw all this clarity throughout my whole life of trauma that took me to this place where I just push people away. I don't even know that I'm doing it. I look back at that moment where we were having this problem, and I kept saying, all right, you're leaving. And she's like, I'm trying to work this out. And I go, why would you want to work it out?
Right.
You clearly want to, and oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, you and I started out doing something fun here with Beardo and Weirdo, and it quickly turned into some heavy shit right away. Like we're just
looking back at it now, it's still pretty fun though.
Yeah, it is.
We've had some good times and have done some good work helping some other people. We've got so many people reaching out saying, yo, thank you guys for talking about some of this real heavy stuff. Mm-hmm. This happened to me. This happened to me. So
drug addiction, we've already been on that path, for many years of recovery and stuff. And oh, dude, there's a guy coming on the show soon. I cannot wait to have Jim Norton, who's been in recovery for way longer.
Oh, that's not what I was excited about. I am excited about Jim Norton.
Oh yeah.
The one that we can't talk about.
Yeah, we can't talk about, but
yeah, it's like I'm new to this business. No. That's the same damn thing that my management does too. There must be something about me. Maybe it's because I talk to everybody, I guess. But even my management with 5 Finger Death Punch, they'd be like, okay, now don't say nothing about this. This is right here, which is also why sometimes I'll find out about tour dates online. Nobody tells. Well, how am I supposed to sell bass packages if I don't know when the hell we're going out?
You know how you need to behave?
Better.
You need to behave in the way that Fitzy would have behaved when you said, "Oh shit, I got us into Weird Al. Maybe I should tell Craig." And he went, "Oh, don't tell Craig that we're going to Weird Al." That's
much like Darcy talking to him. I'm just
in 1 year. Yeah. So Darcy, who used to be in a doom metal band for years called Uzula, she took me to a doom metal show. My first ever doom metal show.
Oh, yeah. You even asked me, are you familiar with this band?
Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys that knows every band. I was familiar with the name Paul Bear, but wasn't aware of the style that they played.
Yeah. So I saw Paul Bear, and I feel bad. I'm forgetting the singer's name, but I told the singer afterwards, I was like, dude, man, I couldn't believe how your vocals just hovered above that wall of sound. Especially the harmonies with you and the other guitar player.
The other person, he doesn't remember the name.
Yeah, the person I don't remember the name.
It's all right.
But dude, their vocals were incredible. And I said,
very haunting type stuff.
Yes, haunting. Yeah. And I go, you Alice in Chains, right? You were influenced by Alice in Chains? And he goes, oh, for sure. He goes, I love Alice in Chains. And he said, but I mean, if I'm going to be honest, it was the Beach Boys. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah. He goes, the Beach Boys. He goes, love the Beach Boys. And then Brian Wilson just passed away, and Brian considered the genius of that group, and haunted by apparently a terrible childhood.
Was it you that was telling me the story about Brian Wilson and somebody else being like, do it like this, do it like that?
No.
Somebody was telling, I forgot who it was. And much like the news, I pay attention this little. I hear, even in conversations, I hear the clickbait, and that's it. But somebody was telling me that when they were recording something, it might have been the producer or somebody, but Brian was singing, and the guy was like, no, do it like this, and then singing completely off key, and Brian was like,
really?
I am Brian Wilson, but cool, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to correct Brian Wilson on a harmony?
Shit.
Yeah, the amount of gall and the lack of self-awareness to be like, no, this is what I hear. Well,
you know what?
You're pushing buttons right now, and I'm fucking Brian Wilson.
Google William Shatner.
Yes.
Commercial.
I was going to say Chuck Schuldiner from Death.
Yeah.
On that from last week.
Yeah. Commercial. William Shatner commercial argument. And I want you to listen to this video. It's William Shatner trying to record. It's from Howard's show.
Okay.
But somebody sent them an audio of outtakes of William Shatner being directed by what sounds like. I think it's that first one. But yeah, go ahead and is that a YouTube clip? Yeah, go ahead and click on that.
I like that.
Check
the guy should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah. Oh my God. So,
and I have not heard
Shatner
this
in a recording session.
Yeah, this is
it's just so great.
There's a kid trying to direct him, and you can feel the tension.
This is not a quick
because
one, huh?
This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. You'll be amazed at what you hear.
Like a pro.
Okay?
Total pro.
Can there be a little more excitement in the beginning?
Listen to the giggle.
Okay. All right.
It sounded like really laid, really super laid back.
Well,
is that Gary Delabate in the back?
I'm saying, okay, I'll try and do that. Let's do take two. This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. Speak up, and maybe you better do it the way you hear it. Do it for me. No, I mean just go ahead.
This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. You'll be amazed at what you hear.
Is that the way you'd like me to do it? Okay, I'll do it that way.
Oh, my God.
Ready? This is William Shatner, and I would like to invite you to take a journey with me into the 21st century. So take the next few minutes and listen very closely. You'll be amazed at what you hear. Okay.
He lost all personality.
I think that came pretty close.
I'm sorry. Are you making fun of me?
No, No. I believe that you asked that was about the way you did it. I wasn't jesting.
Are you making fun of me, he said?
I'm sorry. No.
I insist. Now, what I want you to do is is that satisfactory to you?
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut.
No, because if your mouth were open, you'd have popped some pills in them.
Oh!
So, do the next paragraph for me so I can get an idea of how you want it. This is page 2.
Well, I don't know. I really don't want to because I think you actually have a much better feel.
No, I don't think I do. I would like to hear you read the second paragraph so I can,
ladies and gentlemen,
so I can do it that
BDE
way.
right there.
Let me hear.
I really, now that I looked at the different things you did, I really like the first one. But
no, I like it better the way you did.
Oh!
I insist that you show me how to do page 2.
Oh!
Really, I mean it. Please read so I can get an idea of what you want. No, I'm going to do it the way you think it should go. No, I am going to do it the way you're reading. Okay? I know you're here to see that I do it the way the company wants it, so I'm going to do it the way you read it.
Well, but I don't want you to do it.
But you're telling me how you want me to do it.
Oh, my
Well, I'm
gosh.
sorry.
No. I am going to do it your way. No, there's no apology necessary. You know what you want. You know what you want.
No, I don't.
I mean, you come in here and you don't know what you want?
Well, I come in here because I know you're a professional. I mean, and you know how
so
to
shut
do it.
up.
I'm sorry I even said anything.
No, I am going to do it the way you want. Every paragraph.
Oh!
And you'll send it back to town and you'll see whether, I hope it will please everybody else. As long as I'm pleasing you, that's all that matters.
Mr. Shatner, would you please, I don't feel right about doing that. I really
Not now.
You wanted something done on the first paragraph. I'm trying to do what you want. Okay, let's lay down the second paragraph.
You know what I really enjoy about that video right there? Shatner loses it in recording studio.
Yeah.
That is the most mild-mannered losing it I've ever heard of.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine me if I was having a bad day?
Well, true.
Oh, my
dude.
God. Me behind the wheel. that's losing it.
Yeah, but he's fucking rubbing this engineer's nose in it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, very passive aggressive. Yeah.
You know better than me.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to do it just like you do it. Because,
I insist. Can you show me how to do it?
Yeah.
Because I'm just William Shatner.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this guy in the background has a voice that sounds like you doing Gary Delabate combined with Christopher Walken combined. That's what that guy's voice sounds like. No wonder he didn't get hired because
please, I want to know how to do this.
Speaking of losing in the car, just the other day, I was sending a real nice like update video as I'm driving, doing this, and then some guy does something stupid next to me, and I erupted on the video, and I go, and that's my favorite video I've ever sent.
Yeah.
Because I was being real nice, talking about some updates. Things were going on. This is very pleasant, very pleasant. And then there's every cancelable word that I could have said was in that car, and I have it on video. So
you're saying there's
get it on the Patreon next week.
There's a story about Brian Wilson being yelled at by
I believe it's the producer while he's working on a song somewhere, and the guy's like, no, like hit this note, trying to do that. And as he's singing it back, it's completely out of tune.
Oh shit!
And just terrible. And Brian's like,
Brian was, I don't know, was he on the spectrum his whole life, or was it the drugs that did that to him?
That I'm not sure.
I know that Mike Love was an asshole. Mike Love was such an asshole that even...
Ironic name.
Yeah, right? Mike Love, even during the induction, and you can pull that up. Can we pull up the Mike Love Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction speech?
I want to get a video of him right now, too, as he's doing
it. Yeah.
As he's working on the fly.
Mike Love, during the Beach Boys Hall of Fame induction ceremony, shit on people during the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech. And he just, he used that time for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech to shit on the band members. And
you know what I'm really liking about this part, too?
What's that?
Is we're doing an hour-long podcast. And Craig's like, I haven't looked at this 8-minute and 47-second video real quick.
But you can hear it in the harmonies.
This guy,
those of you who are musicians,
he sounds like he takes himself too seriously already.
Is because we love harmony. We love music and we love harmony.
Brian Wilson was the genius behind the band. And everyone, like the rising tide, what is it? The
rising tide lifts all ships.
Lifts all ships.
We couldn't surf very good.
This guy kept suing Brian Wilson. He was awful to Brian Wilson throughout the years. Brian Wilson.
And some of our favorite records were the doo-wop type of deals. And there you go again with harmony. And I think it's wonderful to be here tonight.
This guy takes himself very seriously.
That there are other people who aren't here tonight.
Wait a minute.
And those are the people who have passed away. Those are the obvious ones.
Oh, I thought he was going to shit on Brian.
Not so obvious.
All right, here we go.
Are people like Paul McCartney, who couldn't be here tonight because he's in a lawsuit with Ringo and Yoko.
What does that have to do with anything?
That's what he sent a telegram to some high-priced attorney in this room, you know? Now, that's a bummer, because we're talking about harmony, right, in the world.
And
we can't get
this is a celebration.
And in England, and
you're taking the sails. You're a beach boy.
You can believe it.
Taking the sails out of the ship.
I could swear there's more.
But that's a bummer when Ms. Ross can't make it, you know?
Whoa. So he's shitting on the people who didn't show up. He's starting to do some pro wrestling here.
The Beach Boys have continued to do we did about 180 performances last year.
Miss Ross couldn't be here tonight.
To match that.
Ooh, Brian Wilson, when I get your on the spectrum ass between my hands and bend your head
on that January day at Madison Square Garden. Brian Wilson.
Oh, now he's shitting on the Rolling Stones. Wait.
Now a lot of people are gonna
wait. Can you back up a few seconds? He just shit. Did he just shit on the Rolling Stones?
Get out on this stage and do
Julian Lennon.
Jumping Jack Flash any day now.
What?
People are booing him.
People are gonna go out of this room tonight thinking that Mike Love is crazy. Well, they've been saying that for years.
I'm saying you're an asshole.
Ain't nothing new
Did you see
about
that mic drop without the mic drop?
Yeah.
Literally, a mic drop. See what I did, people? I'm in comedy now.
Yeah.
6% of the
That was good.
population in the world. That's why I came here tonight with Muhammad Ali.
I came here with Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad needs to beat his ass.
Salam alaikum.
Oh, he just raised the fist. He just raised the fist. Wow. This didn't age well. Assalamu alaikum. I did that once to
I didn't hear you say alaikum.
And
salam.
wait.
To Yoko Ono.
He said it.
Arigato.
Mr.
I don't care what
Roboto.
anybody in this room thinks. You know when they were talking about this guy with the guitar? Arlo's father? Woody Guthrie, yeah. Well, I knew that because my father used to sing some of those songs. And my mother, Emily Wilson, I'm first cousin with Brian, Carl, and the late Dennis, the surfer of the group. When they first came to California, they were Kansas Dust Bowl Swedes.
Mike,
all right,
calm
Swedish
down.
people who didn't have enough money
People
to
standing
rent or
on the
buy a house.
side.
They lived in tents on the beach in Huntington Beach.
Is this
California,
the effects
when
of
they
drugs
first
or
came out.
fame or
All right.
ego?
Now we're
Which
sitting
Or
in this room
combination
with
of
all
three?
assholery. This guy made
glitterati
Brian's
of
life
glissando.
miserable.
All 6% of us. And we're
The crowd is getting tired of him.
Interesting squabbles.
People at home watching this
messing around.
podcast right now.
All I want to see is this whole room
Getting tired of it.
recognize that there's one Earth here.
Well, listen, we can just pause this and just tell you, Mike Love's an asshole. That's the summary. Mike Love is an asshole. And the guy, Brian Wilson, genius performer. And I just wanted to share the Brian Wilson story that I know. Holy shit. I love a good entertainment business story. Mm-hmm. And I know a story that a few people close to Don Henley have validated for me. There was a witness who saw it happen. Mm-hmm. And another friend of mine who played in Don's band said, I've seen it. I've seen the evidence and I know that it's true. Don Henley, apparently, huge Beach Boys fan. Pet Sounds was the first album he ever bought. Okay. He finds out that Brian Wilson is coming to Los Angeles to do an art exhibit. So Don Henley wants to go to the art exhibit and he brings his tech with him. And the tech ends up being a witness to this exchange.
Okay.
Don Henley walks into this art exhibit, walks right up to Brian Wilson and goes, Brian, Don Henley, Eagles. And Brian goes, oh, hey, yeah, sure. How you doing? Mm-hmm. How you doing? And they're talking for a few minutes and Don realizes this isn't going anywhere. So he goes, do you mind? This is the first album I ever purchased. Do you mind signing? And he goes, sure. Yeah, sure. You got something I can sign it with? And he hands him the album, hands him the Sharpie. And Brian Wilson looks at Don Henley. He has the album and he writes, to Don. Looks at him again. Thank you for all the great music. And then he slows down, looks at Don Henley, scratches out the word great and writes good, and then signs his name. Like, you know what? You're not, I would have been great. Now, you know what? You're not a Beach Boy. You're good. Yeah. You're good. I'll put good. And then he signed his name. I asked another guy who someone said, your friend so-and-so used to play in Don's band. And I go, what? I go, dude, I have a question. Do you know about the Brian Wilson? He goes, oh, the autograph? Yeah. No he goes, I've seen it. He goes, I've seen it. It's framed in Don Henley's house. Nice. And I think he described it as being framed at the entrance of Don Henley's house. Mm-hmm. Is that autograph saying, to Don, thank you for all the great scratch, good music, Brian Wilson. That is amazing. Absolutely. Rest in peace to Brian Wilson, whose influence goes all the way down to Paul Bearer, the doom metal band that's out there putting on, dude, those guys are road warriors too. So, you know what, Chris? We're going to Anchorage, Alaska.
What?
It's official.
What?
We're going to Anchorage, Alaska, August. I don't know what the dates are. Go to getgas.com, get gas with 2 S's to get the dates for Anchorage.
I like how we showed up here yesterday Craig gave me some information about the Anchorage show, and I've been pissed about it for like the last 24 hours.
Yes. And now
it gives me no heads up. And so when he's like, hey, we're doing Anchorage, Alaska. Normally I would be like, yeah. But because I've been thinking about stuff for the last 24 hours, my response is,
cool.
Yeah, all the other plans I made over the last 24 hours during that exact same time period. Now
we are on and we're going to Anchorage, and it's going to be coincidentally the weekend that Five Finger Death Punch was going to perform in Anchorage. We're going to be there that weekend, and we're going to be doing shows at Chilkoot Charlie's, where I've been to, God, a dozen times. Chilkoot Charlie's is the place that really put me into rehab. Those guys do not fuck around.
I like him carrying it right now because he has to.
You can find the info at coots.com or at getgas.com. And Chris Kael and I are performing 4th of July and the 5th of July at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club.
Yes.
On the Strip.
I don't have to drive further than my house to the Strip.
4th of July and 5th of July.
On the plane to Anchorage and 7 transfers.
You'll be seeing Chris.
All dudes. Dudes bigger than me because they're working at oil fields.
And by the way,
so I don't even get to feel like the big guy in the room.
When you come see our show,
opening for Craig Gass. When I was supposed to be headlining with Five Finger Death Punch at the arena.
When you come see our shows, you're going to be getting into the meet and greet for free. We do a free meet and greet.
His meet and greet.
Yeah.
Mine, you can go to chriskael.com. I'm kidding. I actually am excited about that. I'm glad that it worked out and we're able to get up there and do it, because I was bummed when Five Finger Death Punch canceled, and I'm grateful that
canceled in Anchorage. You talking about
in Anchorage? So I'm grateful that it's at the same dates that we were going to be up there.
It's the same weekend. Yeah, I think nice. Five Finger Death Punch, I think, was supposed to perform on a Friday or Saturday of that weekend, and we're doing that whole weekend.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We're going to do the whole weekend. And then we're going to, I think we should tape an episode of Beardo and Weirdo while we're up there.
Absolutely.
I think that would be a smart thing to do. So
nice. And now I don't have to split the money with 5 other people. I just got to split it with Craig. This comedy game.
That's right, baby. That is right. So check us out. Next episode, we have some great surprises coming up for you here. Beardo and Weirdo. Tell your friends. Make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the road.
Yes.
Vegas and Anchorage coming up. We'll see you soon.
Get to hear all the new stories, Greg. Oh, my God.